Good morning, students. Hope you have completed till your 12th chapter of MSc. Today we will be starting the 13th one, that is some reminiscences of the bar. Now what do you mean by the word reminiscences? It means some remembrances or some memories of the past, some enjoyable moments of the past which you remember after quite a long time. It can give you nostalgic feelings. For example, in your childhood, some of the good experiences which you had, which you are remembering it now. Then you are reminiscing your past. And of the bar. Bar means where lawyers go for fighting their cases. For example, we say as court. So there they go and fight for their cases. That is, for example, if we see a lawyer, he goes to the court for his cases. In the same way, bar. Here you can understand it as similar to a court. So some of the terms here in this lesson are connected to this topic, that is regarding a court case. So here Gandhiji gives us a court case in which he proves how truthfulness can protect you in your life. So let's start this chapter. The introduction goes in this way. For Gandhiji, as you already know, truth was God, and he never did anything which hurts truth. That is, he never did anything false or something which is related to lies. Everything what he did was always related to truth. And in his entire life, he did it in the same way, either in his professional life or in his personal life. You know, he studied for the barrister in South Africa. So he did all the things, everything in truthfulness in his personal life as well as in his professional life. He did everything for truthfulness. Now, some people wrongly think that certain adjustments here, students in a textbook, certain adjustments here, it is in a single inverted commas, single quote. Why? Because people term this word adjustment to show something which is related to lies. Some people wrongly think that certain adjustments are allowed in business life, but sometimes they are against the truth. Sometimes they are always related to lies. Such things are called as business secret by the people. They call it as business secret. But actually it is not a business secret. That's why it is written in inverted commas. It is actually a lie, untruthfulness. So Gandhiji opposed such a practice. Which practice? Business secret means telling lies or cheating somebody. And it was against truth. And for him, it was not a good idea to carry on business with untruthfulness. Now, for Gandhiji, truth was always the truth, and partial truth was considered as a lie. That is, for Gandhiji, if you told the truth partially, that is half of the part you told truth and half of it was lie, then the total thing which is said is a lie. He never approved such a lie for any of the noble causes. That is, Gandhiji did not want partial truth in any case. He wanted every person in this world to speak the truth at all times. And as you all know, Gandhiji was a lawyer by profession. So in those days, according to the suiting or the suitability of that time, this profession was considered as a liar's profession. That is, they always say lies to win the case. But Gandhiji did not believe in this term, that his profession is a profession which has to be termed as a liar's profession. Why? Because he had no intention of gaining position or earning money by lying. He did not want anything as such to happen in his life. He always thought that if I am a lawyer, I should always speak the truth. And once, when he was in South Africa, as you know, he was an advocate there, sometimes he had to be in such a situation in which many of his principles were put to test. Here, what do you mean by this word, students? Principles are put to test means principle of truth, principle of non-violence, principle of always being honest. All these principles, values you can say, morality was put to test. That is, he thought that I am doing something which is right, but people are not supporting me, people are against me. But still he did not, people are not supporting me, but still he did not leave these principles. He held on tight to these principles. And Sometimes in South Africa, what happened? Many of his opponents, students, when you fight a case in the court, you have two parties. One is the favoring party, one is the opponent party, opposite party. So when he was in the favored party, during that time, the opponents, what do? They tutored their witnesses. Witnesses means the one who is saying for you in the court. In Hindi, we call it as gawah. Gawah means the one who has seen your problem or who has heard something. The person is known as a witness. What they did, the opponents tutored them, gave them coaching to say lies, so that they will win the case. To suit their side of case, they would say lies. They would give training to their people, to the witnesses, to say lies, so that the case would suit them. But Gandhiji resisted all such temptations. Let them do whatever they want, but he warned his clients that at the very outset, at the very beginning, he told the clients that no false cases will be here, and you should not coach the witnesses to say lies for any of the cases. Now, due to these habits of his reputation as a truthful advocate spread among the people. That is, people were aware of the fact that Gandhiji always held on to his principles of truth and honesty. And nobody dared to bring false cases to him because he did not like the witnesses being coached to say lies. So nobody dared to bring false cases to Gandhiji. All the clients took only clean cases to him. They kept the clean cases to be spread among. They kept all the clean cases to be given to Gandhiji himself. And they took all the doubtful cases where they had to say lies, give false witness. All those cases they gave to lying lawyers, to those lawyers who told lies. So students, in short, we can say that Gandhiji always fought for the clean cases where truth was involved. Falsehood or telling lies was not a part of his profession. Now there's an incident in your textbook on page number 42, last paragraph, page number 43, and till the second paragraph of page number 44. It's an incident in which his principle of truth and integrity and honesty was put to test. This he has mentioned in his autobiography, My Experiments with Truth. On page 42, last paragraph, the case in question was very complicated and difficult. It involved a lot of complicated accounts. It took a very long time in the court for trials and arguments. That is, students, here it means that it was a matter regarding accounts, settling of accounts. It was full of complications. It was a complicated case. Why? Because the bookkeeping portion of the account, wherever they wrote, because the bookkeeping portion of the account, wherever they wrote the account, was entrusted to the arbitration of some qualified accountants. That is, it was appointed or given to a person to settle disputes. Arbitration means arbitrator, a person who settles disputes. It was given to such a person who was a qualified accountant. The award was entirely in favor of Gandhiji's client. The whole thing was in favor of Gandhiji's client. But the arbitrators, the persons who did that, had unknowingly made some error in their order. That is, not purposefully, by chance they made some mistake. An entry which would have been on the debit side was made on the credit side. In accounts, you have debit and credit. So instead of writing on the debit side, they made it on the credit side. And it was a serious mistake. When Gandhiji came to know that, he was of opinion that they should admit the mistake. Now Gandhiji wanted to see to it that they should admit their mistake. But they were not ready for that. Gandhiji was a junior counsel. There were many seniors above him. The senior counsel did not approve of Gandhiji's view. In his view, their client was not bound to admit the error. That is, he feared that if the error is admitted, they would lose the case, which they had already won. Not only that, it might take many more months to re-argue the case. So the senior counsel did not want this to happen. He thought that if this is the problem, let it be there as a mistake. I will not let my arbitrator admit his mistake. Why? Because again then I have to wait for many more months to fight the case, to re-argue the case. So let it be a mistake. Instead of that, I have to show it as a right thing. But Gandhiji did not agree. He thought that If there is a mistake, an entry which should have been made on the debit side was made on the credit side. How can I make it right? It is wrong. He insisted that truth must be revealed even if it is resulting in a loss. He did not want any lies to be shown in that. And he refused to be part of that council. If the error was not admitted, the senior counsel on the contrary refused to argue the case and the error is admitted. Now both are in a conflict. Senior counsel, as we know, junior counsel was Gandhiji himself. The senior one told that I will not let the arbitrator admit the mistake. And Gandhiji is insisting that he has to admit the mistake. Both were on the other different ends of the case. Though Gandhiji was only a junior counsel, the client fully trusted. The client had trust on Gandhiji and agreed that the error shall be admitted in the court. He was ready to go with Gandhiji even if he lost the case. Now the client was a person who believed in honesty and truthfulness. He was on Gandhiji's side. He told, okay, I will admit my mistake. Now Gandhiji thought that if he is on my side, okay, let it be, because I am saying the truth. He had no doubt about the soundness of his case. But he doubted the honesty of those who tried to uphold the values and principles. Gandhiji had full faith in himself because he is speaking the truth. But he doubted others, those who are not in a position to say the truth. They will be accused of trying to take benefit from their crusade against truth. He thought that if he is for truth, so against untruth, those who are going, those who are saying the lies, they will be doubting this person. But people of such uncharitable attitude were not liked by Gandhiji. Gandhiji thought, whatever I am doing is good and true. Such an attitude of saying lies will never be appreciated by me and it will not be an obstacle. See students, the line here, people will never become an obstacle in doing what is good and true. Doing something which is good and true will not be an obstacle for me or a hindrance for me. There is no guarantee that you will be appreciated and accepted for being on the side of truth.